You're such a liar. How much of a liar?
Pants on fire!
What are you making me look at now? Tumblr? Oh, I barely know her. All right, time to look at some images on the internet. The hot burger. The hot burger. The burger dog? That's enough for now. Pool rules. No splashing. This is the most depressing thing I've ever seen. It's literally stressing me out. Let her splash! Okay, reblogged what? I can't read that. Oh, sorry, there's a translation. But cheese does not abandon me, neither in summer, nor in autumn, nor at the end of winter. If nobody got me, I know cheese got me. Can I get an amen? I don't care who you are. I don't care where you reside or what your beliefs are. Cheese is it. It is all cheese. When people are like, he's not even attractive, you could find a guy that looks like him at any gas station. I'm like, well, you see there's beauty everywhere, actually. You can also find a sunset at a gas station. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with gas stations inherently, okay? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and I don't like Jordan Peterson at all, but his stupid goddamn cathedrals quote is true. I feel like it might be the one true thing the guy has ever said. There are cathedrals everywhere for those that have the eyes to see, or whatever the hell it was. It's a beautiful sentiment, and it's true. Wasn't he like looking at a water bottle or something, and he just got overcome with beauty? He's right. I don't like him, but he's right. Let's see here. Combining many small, manageable problems into one giant, overwhelming problem. That's all I do, baby. It's my profession. Puppy want a treat? Puppy want to fucking break from it all, dog. Traveling next week for work. Google the nearest city, and none of you are prepared to see what passes for the local-style pizza. This should be a crime. Someone needs to die for this divorced dad-type food. Is the local chef a 12-year-old latchkey kid? As a New Yorker, I'm about to kill myself. Abolish all prisons except for these guys. That's a crime where I'm from. Mamma mia. Oh no, they should be shot. The reviews are in. Pennsylvania must pay for its crimes. I do want to try it. I think I've seen this pizza before, and it reminded me of someone trying to... So I'm from a city called Spokane, up in Washington, and someone claimed that Spokane-style pizza has, like, strawberries on it. They made that up. That's an absolute lie, trying to smear the name of the city. So is that what's happening here? Is someone just trying to go, haha, Pennsylvania stupid, look at what their pizza is, because Chicago and New York are bored with each other and they want to invent new reasons to literally despise other people? Is that what's going on? Or is it real? Because if it's real, I'm going to give this garbage a try. I will. I'll do it. I'll take that L for all of us, because I want to see. Why is a Big Mac $11.99? That is a good question. Why is a 5-layer burrito $5 now? They were 89 cents when they came out. What is going on? Look, I know that if I were, say, going to McDonald's for whatever reason, certainly don't want to frickin' go there anymore, but if I were to go there, of course, I could use their app and actually get some decent deals. But their $1, $2, $3 menu thing is bullshit. Come on. This is getting ridiculous. These value meal rebrands suck, okay? Laziness is contagious. Right, Jim? Jim? Listen, this is the funniest Garfield strip. You just can't top this one. I'm sorry. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It would have made me giggle if I saw it in the Sunday paper. I say the Sunday paper because that's the one where you usually actually got the color comic strip. Look, I used to read the paper, okay? I grew up bored, man. You don't have to be perfect to be loved, but I do. It's so sad that Nintendo didn't win anything at the Game Awards this year because I love it when Doug Bowser goes up to the mic and says, "We at Nintendo are striving to make video games that can entertain 1 to 4 people and are currently available in stores for you to enjoy on the Nintendo Switch system." If Echoes in Zelda had won, he would have been like, "The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom game is a video game on the Nintendo Switch system in which players take control of Princess Zelda to save Hyrule from peril using various magics. And this is one of many thrilling games available for purchase right now on the Nintendo Switch." Yeah, sorry, I slurred there a little bit. I didn't mean to. My words were slurring together. I hate it. But you're right. Unlike Reggie, Doug does not have the public speaker sauce. Okay, he's very clinical and corporate, and he's not the same. Okay, we need Reggie back. Reggie, please! Oh wait, didn't he start posting AI art on Twitter? Maybe not. It would have been cooler if those animals they sent into space came back with superpowers. Well, I think Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin would appreciate it if you used their names. Well, let's be fair here, I don't think Neil Armstrong would appreciate anything anymore. He died a while ago. Now Buzz, I could totally see. Buzz 100% would appreciate it if you used his name, and make sure you don't call him a coward because, well, that's pathetic on your part, and he'll whoop your ass. And being that he's like, 94 or something now? Yeah, that would be super embarrassing for you if Buzz Aldrin, the near century-old guy, whooped your butt. Wouldn't that feel a little crappy? Arcane is an advanced form of doomed by the narrative / doomed from the beginning. Because the show is trying so hard to create this serious, intricate story, but the endgame of this story is everyone ending up in League of Legends. Man, I know League of Legends sucks. I've played it a few times in my life by friends who know exactly what they're doing and have taught me, and I've played a couple games, and I gotta say, it's one of the most miserable and abusive experiences I have ever had in a multiplayer game. I don't know why anybody, no matter how good a show based off of it is, why anybody would torture themselves by trying something like that out. To be as fair as possible for League of Legends here, that's most games that are hyper, and I mean hyper competitive. It is sad, it sucks. Even if you're incredible at the game, one wrong move and people legitimately want to kill you. It's actually incredible. I have heard the show is good, though, I just don't really give a crap. That was beneath me is such a delightfully funny way to apologize. Like, yeah, I did something that I regret doing, and I'm ready to admit to both of those points. But you're squirrels if you think that I'm gonna get off my moral high horse to do that. Well, I would certainly hope that, depending on what it is you have done, that we are indeed above that. Okay? If I call you a stinky poo-poo head, I'm certain that we are above that. And I'll realize it just as soon as you stop being a stinky poo-poo head and I, am not as angry. But there are some things that we are allowed to be above, and I think the best thing to be above is the shittier, more awful version of yourself that you have worked hard to make sure doesn't come out when you get emotional, okay? You're goddamn right. I'm on my moral high horse versus that version of me who is a complete head. I was bleeding out in the snow, and it was all cool and stuff, until a bunch of teenagers showed up. And then it got really cringe, so I put all the blood back and went to go bleed out somewhere else, but all the good bleed out places were taken. So I decided just to die of natural peaceful death, overlooking the cliffside. But lo and behold, somebody's already dying there against a tree. And it looks way sicker than what I had planned, so I guess I'll just live. That's right, Beer Bin, just live. Get out there, breathe the fresh air, be you, goddammit. Having a cat is great. There's a small little animal wandering around, effervescent, eating my charger. Look, you should have seen this coming. You know how cats are, and if you don't, you're not really a person, are you? Whether you like them or not, you know how a cat is. All right, I'm sure that if you don't like cats, then you know that they're evil weirdos. And if you do like cats, you definitely know that they're evil weirdos. So eating your charger? I'm sorry, man, but that is 155% on you. Is it not? Ha! I think so. I like blaming things on people. I understand that museums have to be dark because light can destroy fragile artifacts. That said, I'm always afraid to walk around the blind corners because what if there is a skeleton? Okay, yes. Sometimes there's a skeleton. I understand how museums work. But I mean, what if it gets me? Fun fact, you can absolutely kick a skeleton's ass. You are a skeleton wearing biological power armor. Skeletons of adult humans typically weigh less than 30 pounds. You're in a superior weight class by orders of magnitude. I wish someone had told me that when I was a kid. I was terrified of having to fight a skeleton. That's actually a very good point. Oh my god, that's so many presents, what the Okay, what's the reasoning for this? This is not even a joke. This is my cousin's tree, or lack thereof. He is an only child. I cannot even fathom this picture. He said it takes 5 to 6 hours to open them. Is your cousin Dudley from Harry Potter? Holy crap, I can't fathom it either. This doesn't make any sense to me. That's gotta be 300 boxes. There is no more tree. I'm kinda blown away. What could you possibly get somebody past gift 3? 5 to 6 hours? Can you imagine clocking in and all you do is open presents for most of your shift at work? I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Can we all agree that it's pathetic when so-called friends try to sabotage your opportunities? You're clearly jealous that the amulet of eternal darkness chose me, and no amount of please fight it, I know you're still in there somewhere is going to change that. Crab bucket mentality, grow up. Okay, that is funny. This is all Tumblr does. This is it. This is it. I'm trying to have a serious moment. Oops, I marvelized it. I have the amulet, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm really curious about here is what the hell crab bucket mentality is. I'm actually going to look that one up. So crab bucket mentality. Let's see. A situation where individuals try to prevent others from succeeding or gaining a favorable position, even if it doesn't directly benefit them. Why is it called that, though? Let's see, also known as crab theory. Crabs in a bucket mentality, or the crab bucket effect, describes the mindset of people who try to prevent others, blah, blah, blah. We just saw that. I would like to know why it's called that. I mean, I know there's crabs in a bucket. Do they just sabotage each other trying to get out of the bucket? Is that what that means? You know what? It does. That seems to be the case. I'm just going to assume that that's the case. I have never heard that term before, but I kind of love it, if I'm being honest. That's kind of cool. All right, crab bucket mentality it is. Here we go. I'm going to make sure no one else gets to succeed but me. Is this actually a community-wide or systemic problem, or did you just meet one annoying guy? The degree to which 20 to 40% of hot gender takes can be resolved down to complaining about an ex. Yeah, I feel like a lot of problems can be boiled down to just bitching about an ex, or just someone you don't like. It's usually a very, very personal complaint. I love that in a lot of classic literature, people just randomly fall ill. But bro, their homes were stacked to the roof with arsenic and asbestos and lead and radium. Of course they were sick all the time. And then they're like, we took my ill wife to the seaside and her condition improved remarkably. And it's like, Edward, your house has 7 time bombs in it. Please just leave your wife at the seaside and she'll do very well not getting mesothelioma. Edward, your wife may be entitled to financial compensation. Do you know how many people out there today would hear about all these chemicals in old homes and go, no, I want them back. I want asbestos back. I want to drive drunk and have asbestos in my walls. I want lead in my gas. I want to breathe it. That's And then they're going to be very, very confused when they die or when they get really, really, really sick later on. But whatever. Neither here nor there, I suppose. Just stop building houses out of horrific shit. The 8 stages of writing. This is awesome. This is slightly less awesome. This is I'm oh god, what the hell am I even doing? Wait, this might not be that bad. How the hell is this working? This is awesome. So I stopped at this is shit, and I have never moved past that. I'm glad you were able to. I'm glad you dipped, and then you came back up. You went through the rest of the horseshoe, but I'm still sitting right before the very bottom of it, and I'm not willing to go anywhere. I'm not willing to move forward. I can't go backward, so I'm just gonna stay there. It's dark outside. I'd better press F to activate my flashlight. Okay, what you're doing there is paying respects. You just paid respects. Great, that's fantastic. Now I want to play Portal 2 again, jackass. Thank you so much for that. Oh no, I've got to reinstall Portal 2 and get at it. Super fun. Did you guys know Laith Pierre was based off of Cave Johnson? Oh sure, so it's okay for Jesus to raise people back from the dead, but when I, Victor Frankenstein, do it, Victor, you're bringing back different parts of different dead people. Not even the whole person, just some of them. Like a finger or a leg or something. And then you stitched it together without them asking. I'd be like, hey man, that's my lung. My unrested spirit wants my lung put to rest. I don't know. I know they were not all donors. He's recycling. It's like woke and everything. Assuming that people like you and want to spend time with you is crucial to making friends. Unfortunately, this is the hardest thing to do in the world. Yeah, a lot of us have all kinds of stupid crap that we've been dealing with, lots of trauma we've been holding on to, so we just simply cannot believe when we're told or we're shown that people want to hang out with us, that people like us. I don't believe that the people I've known my entire life like me. I just don't. Why? There is no reason. I don't have a reason. I just don't believe it. No matter what. No matter how much evidence there is to the contrary. I just can't. Down catastrophic for my girlfriend. She's so hot, it's giving me psychic damage. This is why dating wizards is the best idea. So I can get double psychic damage? I already get lost in her eyes. I don't want to get lost in the fog. Hater arrived. People being happy and in love on my Tumblr feed? Not on my watch. That's right. How do we ruin this? You're lying. You're a liar. Or you know what? No, instead of that strat, let's do, why should you be happy? Why must I be lone and lonely and stupid and everybody hates me? Why do you get to have somebody but I don't? The first Polish language dictionary, published in 1746, included definitions such as horse. Everyone knows what a horse is. Archaeologists 20,000 years after horses go extinct? I don't! That comment is one of the most accurate things in studying history. I can feel the pain already. Sometimes when I'm high, I like to imagine arguments in the far future about what kind of milk or eggs were in our recipes. I hope the main opposing factions would be divided over whether the milk was from dogs or cats, because what other mammals were in the vast majority of households back then? One of the details that has stuck with me from Bill Bryson's book about domestic history is how, in early salt and pepper shaker sets, from around the time Europeans started putting salt and pepper on the table, there is a third container, and nobody is entirely sure what it was for. There are some highly plausible guesses. Sugar is one of them. I forget the others, but the extant textual references on these items just say salt, pepper, etc. Back to the original post. In Poland, we will still say everyone can plainly see what a horse looks like. And it means there's nothing to discuss here. Everything is clear and obvious. Benedict, last name I won't butcher, the venerable priest who wrote the Compendium of Knowledge, also provided this very brief definition of a dragon. It is difficult to defeat a dragon, but one must try. So wait, are you telling me that we've actually got some historical record of dragons being real? Because come on, that's awesome, man. Holy crap, what is this? Oh no, I see cement in a mailbox. This is gonna be gnarly, I can feel it. Let's see how your little punks smash my letterbox now. This reminds me of this guy who used to live on my dad's street. Every time it snowed, the snow plow would take out his mailbox, and only his. And just to be clear, it was done intentionally. No one knows why, but the driver of the snowplow would target his box and mow it down. He'd call the Department of Transportation and complain, and would get an earful of excuses that amounted to, not our fault you have a wimpy mailbox. Fast forward to the next winter. First decent snow starts falling, and every kid's hoping for a snow day. It was right around 4:30 p.m. that the whole neighborhood was woken to this loud clang and the screech of tearing metal. My dad made it to the window first and started laughing his ass off. Sitting outside was one very totaled and almost ripped in half snowplow. And these weren't little pickup trucks with a blade on the front. We have these up in New York, one of the big boys. Well, turns out that over the summer, my dad's neighbor got himself a backhoe and sank a steel beam into the ground in his front yard. Then he covered it with a decorative wood sleeve and topped it with a brand new mailbox. When the snowplow driver tried to mow it down, it was a bad case of immovable object meets unstoppable force, and the mailbox won. With the plow firmly impaled on the beam, it was very clear that the driver had gone out of his way to hit it. Naturally, the DOT wasn't happy, and the neighbor's reply was simple. Not my fault you have a wimpy snowplow. They did try to sue him for damages, but as he had gone to town, gotten approval for the box and its installation, and made sure everything was up to code, it was thrown out pretty quick. And for anyone wondering about the driver, he was fine. His job and tidy whities, not so much. This is a very satisfying read. You're telling me, all right? Douchebag got what was coming to him. Dumbledore, hey kiddo, how do you fancy being a martyr? Harry, sounds great. What's a martyr? Dumbledore, nothing. What's a martyr with you? I'm so funny. 100 points to Dumbledore. Snape, don't you think you should tell him? Dumbledore, no, it's okay. I'll let you do that after you kill me. After I... What? Huh? What? Dude, Dumbledore was a bitch, all right? True villain of the story. Okay, not the true villain. Obviously, the Nazis were the true villains of Harry Potter. I'm just saying, Dumbledore, come on, dog. Fuck you. Is Superman stronger than the Hulk? Is Hawkeye better at archery than Green Arrow? Doctor Strange versus Dr. Fate. All bull. I have only one DC Marvel crossover question. If Squirrel Girl was dropped in Gotham City, how long would it take for her to realize that Batman cannot talk to bats? Ah, probably not long at all. Masks and helmets that hide someone's face in such a way that they become the face themselves, my beloved. Angel of War, angular and strange, gleaming silver and gold. Angel of Wonder, pure and one-eyed, looking to stars new and old. Angel of harvest, simple and hidden, bring nature's sweetness to all. Angel of health, mysterious and fine, beacon when life starts to fall. Angel of the deep, crooked and cage-like, guide us across the sea. Angel of solace, protect us from evil, lead us to where we are free. I like Angel of Wonder, that's cute. Hello, skinny tea girl. Lately you've been complaining that your tits aren't growing. In front of you is a plate of food. Unironically, my tits grow faster for a few days every time I eat salmon. I should probably cook more salmon. Well, yes, salmon does have some fat in it, and it is good. Try and eat it with some carbs, like potatoes or maybe what? Why not add some vegetables as well? Steamed broccoli, leeks, roasted eggplant, maybe some cream? That sounds delicious. I don't know who this man is, but he is right. Eat girls. Commas save lives. Rip girls, you were delicious. Girls can be eaten many times if you know what you're doing. Oh, yeah, there she is. I feel like Tumblr is giving me a somewhat skewed impression of what that animated show with the hot beard guy is about. Hey Mary, hey Joseph, hey Seuss. I have no money, but I hope you can enjoy the gift of my music. Oh, yeah. I mean, what can I do? I don't have an instrument ready for you. You know, I just reblogged this, but I'm reblogging again to say that I keep looking at baby Jesus with the lighter and cackling madly because I love this so much. This makes me laugh every year. Is this like a special Christmas Tumblr post? If William Shakespeare knew what neo-pronouns were, he'd be unstoppable. I'm imagining this, and I'm scared for all the poor theoretical high schoolers who would have to read out loud in a very whimsical voice some shit like, "Verily, verily, you say thine pronouns are star self. Are you sure they aren't bitch self?" Is it just me, or does Christmas feel weird this year? I mean, it's not just you. Someone explain this. It doesn't feel like Christmas, nor did it feel like Halloween. What is happening? Guys, sit down. I'm gonna tell you something. Are you ready? It's called getting older. Make it stop! I'm sorry. Look, inherently, yes. As you get a little older, the magic of these holidays will change. It won't disappear, it will change, okay? Let me regale you with Halloween. My favorite holiday by frickin' far, okay? Best season, best time of year, best holiday, without a doubt. I don't care who you are, it's Halloween, all right? Christmas, a decent second. Not close, but it's a decent second, all right? Okay, I'm having another fight with my friends. Someone takes you home from the club. In their room, would you rather find a shelf of explicit anime figurines or a wall of Funko Pops, all still in their boxes? Ooh, damn, explicit anime figurines is winning by a hefty margin too, 66 to 33%. Look, I'd probably feel the same way, okay? I will be honest, if I came all the way out to your room, the Funko Pops aren't gonna break the deal for me, okay? But I'm still gonna be, you know. And on a similar note, in their driveway, would you rather see a hentai car wrap or yeah, I'm sorry, it's the hentai car wrap. The Cybertruck could potentially be a deal breaker for me. Unless I'm there with like a sugar daddy situation, like he's clearly got money. Like, do I get a paycheck out of this one? Am I gonna be a hooker tonight? I'll do it. Let's go. Okay, but other than that, no, sorry, it's gotta be the hentai wrap. Even worse, if it's a hentai wrapped Cybertruck. Seriously though, why do wizards celebrate Christmas other than J.K. Rowling is Christian? What reasons do literal wizards have to celebrate a muggle god whose miracles are mostly within the limits of what wizards can normally do anyway? I love that the responses of this post are basically boiling down to it's fun, muggleborns, and my personal favorite, Jesus was a wizard. I'm a magician in the sheets, pulls a rabbit out of my pussy. Mary Toft, 1726. Hold on, I need to look something up. What? No. Hold on, I'm sorry. Mary Toft, what is it, 1726? We're doing it. All right, let's see. Okay, the subject of considerable controversy. Oh my God, she became the subject of the controversy when she tricked doctors into believing that she had given birth to rabbits. She became pregnant, but following the reported fascination with the sighting of a rabbit, she miscarried. Oh my God, dude. Okay, that's it. That's enough history for today on EmKay. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry I did that to you. The one thing me and my art-loving girlfriend would do is visit galleries and play a game called Root, Loot, or Boot. The gist is that you have to look at a group of paintings in a room and decide which figure in the painting you'd root, in Australian slang, which painting you'd loot, steal, and put on your wall at home, and which painting you'd boot, put in the garbage because it's crap. A couple of things about my experience. This game's a lot more fun if you're attracted to women because there's so many hot gals to choose from. If you're attracted to men, you'll spend a lot of time going, well, looks like I'll have to pick Jesus again, as my bi girlfriend did. It gets more complicated in modern art museums as you find yourself having to say, the rhombus. You can't the rhombus? Well, then I'll screw the squiggle thing. What's it called? Creeping existential dread in blue. Then does that mean I'm screwing the squiggle or I'm getting screwed by the existential dread that it represents? Aren't we all already getting screwed by existential dread? If you play this with an art history nerd, they may decide to kill you over one of your boot choices. You will get disapproving looks from other patrons who overhear your heated debates. It's also the best fun you'll ever have in an art gallery. You can't screw the rhombus sounds like quitter talk to me.